Welcome to another episode of Let's Get Heavy. This is episode 17, and I have Worship the Sacrifice, who are about to join us. You have just heard 3 songs by them: The Sacrifice, Bloodletting, and No Laughing Matter. 3 absolute bangers. Hope you've enjoyed it. You may know one or two of the lads, because one of them has joined us on numerous occasions during other live interviews or just general hanging out with us. So, enough of me talking. We're going to bring the lads on, because they're sitting waiting, and they've got their time is precious. They've got jobs to do and music to create for us. So let's bring the lads on. Welcome, Worship the Sacrifice. Oh, that's a good start. What are you doing?
Fuck knows.
We were grooving.
Grooving, vibing, living life.
Absolute disgraceful. What are you doing?
What are we like?
I've no idea. I don't know what you're doing, but you're messing with your cameras. Be nice.
I positioned it so it's a little bit hard.
I don't know it for some reason. It's as we literally just came live. All your cameras were blanked. I had no idea what would happen. Yeah, just all blank. I thought you were doing something to your cameras just to try and wind us up.
We tried.
You got us.
Oh. Devin tells you were doing some like crazy dance moves or something, and I missed it.
Oh, you missed. Oh, you missed a lot.
There was
There was so much cool. There was dance off. There was beatboxing. There was
I never danced.
musical chants. I think
You never dance as well.
The devil.
Oh,
Steve doesn't dance, not after Stoke anyway.
what? We'll get it.
He wasn't too stoked about it.
Boom. That was a very bad joke.
We can all call it a night. Cool. See you guys.
Anyway, Worship the Sacrifice. Welcome. How are you all doing?
We're doing good.
You're doing good. First of all, can't say thank you very much for joining us tonight. Looking forward. Oh, no need for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, because you create music for me to listen to, which then I get to play for everybody else. So I thank you.
We thank you to thank us to thank you to thank us to thank you, but to thank you.
We're gonna be here back and forward, just thanking each other.
Just the infinite Chuckle Brothers to me to.
Do you mind? Do you mind? Can you leave the two Steves alone? We're trying to bond here. I'm sorry, Steve.
Fine.
But anyway, as some of you have already guessed, we have Steve in the top right, just above myself. Top left, we've got Laz. Bottom left, we've got Jono. And what's your rules? What's your rules, lads? What do you do? What do you do in the band?
I'm Lazarus, I'm the vocalist.
Steve-O, what do you do?
I am the guitarist / rah-rah girl.
Rah-rah girl. And Jono?
And I'm the house skin beater.
The skin beater.
Drummers never just say that they're the drummer, do they?
Anyone...
No, guitarist, bassist, vocalist, they're drummists. So that's what
when you see a skin beater, someone's gonna turn that into a euphemism. Skin beater.
It's up to them. Mine's in the gutter.
You have no idea. You have no idea of what happens in that chat.
Dirty bastards, a lot of them.
You have no idea. I'm telling you, honestly. Hang on. We haven't even fucking started yet.
Oh no.
Oh dear me. With these with these interviews, guys, I like to start from the beginning. So, bit of band origins. Can you tell us how about Worship of Sacrifice came together as a band and what inspired you to form?
So me and my friend Dan sort of had a previous band pre-pandemic. The pandemic kind of killed that band completely. But we were really passionate about music and we really wanted to continue making music. So we decided to start another project. And at that time, Dan was in a project with Steve called Take the Pain. And he knew that Steve liked to make music and he had a lot of time for making it. So he said to Steve, "Hey, do you want to join the band with Dan, myself?" And he said yes. We made a song. Within 24 hours, actually, of first contact, we made a song and kicked it off from there. And we just knew that the moment we heard that first song and knew the capabilities we had between us and the skill set we had, we could take this all the way. And that just really just drove the project from day one.
So you say, so this band kind of started pandemic days, yeah?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah. That must have been a struggle, was it? Starting in the pandemic, not being able to play live.
You know what? It was just a matter of learning how to use technology to capture your creative process.
I mean, to jump in there as well, like, although the pandemic, the ability was taken away live, but it opened up a lot more opportunities that we learned from. Like, we used that time to make as many songs as we possibly could, get the quality there, but it got us into like the virtual marketing. So we had to like fire across to a lot of promoters, radio stations. So it got us used to trying to get on like people's devices, trying to get our name out there. And I think within the first 6 months, not only did we have a single release, but we had dates in the diary to play for when you started opening up again. So it's just one of those things that, especially with musicianships and bands, like there's always going to be knockbacks, but there's always opportunities that come out of that, and how you use your time productively.
Nice one. So did you, during the pandemic, did you kind of like put a plan together? Did you know what you had a goal in mind and set it out?
Yeah, from the get-go, we had a goal. As soon as that first single was recorded and finalized, we decided to just get it mixed and mastered immediately and try and release it. And as soon as a radio wanted to play it, we just got the bug for making music, and we ended up making an EP in 3 months. The first 3
Must have
months.
been.
Yeah, we came up with 4 songs? Was it 5 songs?
Yeah, we had a set within the first 6 months, and I think what really spurred us was the fact that we had been through projects that wasn't really successful, or fell apart for multiple reasons. But it was that kind of spurred us on to say, well, actually, no, we're not going to take this. This is what we want to do. This is our passion. So we're going to push as much as we possibly could into it.
I suppose during the pandemic as well, the pressure would have been off as well, wouldn't it? You take your time with it. Get it to sound how you really wanted to sound as well.
There was a lot of free time to do it, so yeah.
Of course. So we'll also touch on as well, because we're missing 2 members tonight. Who we're missing out of the band? Are we missing 2 or is it just 1?
We're missing 2 members. We're missing our bass player Ben, who can't be here at the moment because he's looking after his daughter. He's a family man, and I fully respect that.
Shout out to Ben, family man. What a legend.
Yeah, excellent father.
Yeah,
Excellent
he's a family
husband.
guy.
Excellent bassist, and yeah, just an all-round cool guy. And then we're also missing our new guitarist, Dylan, who is working today, so can't be
Fair
here.
enough. So, you say a new guitarist. How did you acquire Dylan?
So Dylan, we actually we met him a few months ago. What was it? At Coalition Fest, wasn't it? It was the first time we met him in person. And he was really interested in joining us because he liked the music that we were making. He had a goal to be in a death metal band and go tour the country and play metal everywhere. And we liked that attitude that he had, and he brings an excellent skill set with him, and yeah, he's just ticked all the boxes along the way, and yeah, we're really happy with how it's going.
Did he play live with you at Coalition Fest?
No, he didn't. That was the first time he watched us play live, and
Was he? Sorry.
the first time he played live with us was recently in Oxford and Banbury Wheatsheaf. We played with Edenfall that night.
So was he already in a band? Was he before he joined?
No,
No.
he's all ours.
All yours. All. He's all yours. You can't have him. Less.
I think he was recording his own project remotely called The Living Entity, I believe. So it was all like a one-man band project type stuff.
Fair
So
enough.
I think the motivation for him from speaking, obviously he can speak to himself when we get on the thing, was because he wants to be part of a project with other people and have that shared experience of writing and playing music.
So did the 3 years all know each other through the music world? Or have you all just been friends for a really long time and you said, I really want to do this. Let's have a go.
I don't even like him.
I've just
Get me on these things.
got to put it with
Coming
them.
out now. It's all coming out now.
We're getting the blood sports going. Let's go.
Right, we need to change this. We need to have some sort of like Jeremy Kyle sort of setup.
Let me get the red out. Let's...
He's bad.
I think honestly, no. We Steve and I, we never even met before we made our first song together. We just spoke on Discord.
Right.
Yeah, so we didn't even know each other. We just spoke and met each other basically by our addition to that first track. And
So-
I'm not gonna lie, as soon as the first 2-3 songs were made, I knew that me and Steve had something very special going on musically. And I said to
Right,
him
Jono.
I said to Steve very early on in the project that he is my musical soulmate.
It's true, and having that quick turnaround and hearing, because I'm not to get there's no negative connotations, but there's a difference between a musician and someone who plays music. A musician is someone who wakes up every day and wants to write, wants to better themselves, wants to learn, etc., etc. And I over that course of the pandemic, because we had free times, I'd written hundreds of different songs or melodies, etc. But I just couldn't get anyone to be motivated with it. So when sending it over and then get it back within 24 hours and then falling in love with what Ian did with the track, because all I did was literally just give him the music and he came back with a concept with lyrics, and it just sounded like I was like, this is it. They say good things come to those who wait, but great things happen all at once. So it just felt like it was just right.
So, Jono, because you're quite quiet in the corner. When you're still here? You're still with us? I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah,
That's all right. Just,
Funnily enough, Jono wasn't in the band for the first year because of the lockdown thing. We didn't need a drummer at that point because we had program drums and things like that, and we didn't even know if we were going to play live and things until because the lockdown. It was just like it wasn't really on our mind at the time. So first time we ever played. Was it the first time?
It was the first time. No, yeah, it was Melt to the Masses, wasn't it?
No, that was okay. So second time we ever played live as the band.
Yep.
We played on a lineup with Jono. Do you remember that, Jono?
Yes.
Who you drumming for?
So I'm in another band called Hand of Doom, as drummers are. They're in multiple projects.
of course.
And so they were looking for a drummer at the time. It was funny enough, actually, because I was looking for another project to join. I actually emailed and messaged Steve a few months before playing that gig to see if they were looking for a drummer at the time, and they had someone at the time. It did that cunt didn't work out, so they got this cunt instead now.
Yeah.
So
We had a couple jams, and we got a house on fire.
were you aware of Jono? Did you pursue Jono for his talents?
We saw him play live that night, and I
Mm.
was blown away by what he was playing. I was like, we need a fucking drummer like that.
And that was it.
So
And then he messaged us.
yeah, so it's weirdly stars aligned, and it just worked out.
Yeah.
So did you let on though, Laz, that I want that drummer? But then when he messaged you, did you go like, did you play it cool or be like, oh, like, we need this drummer, or did you play like I said, did you play it cool?
No, so how it actually went down was I was carrying my ridiculously drunk friend to Camden Tube Station, and I was smoking a spliff. Jono was there. I handed him the zoot, realized who he was. I was like, "Oh shit, you were drumming in Hand of Doom. You were sick, bro. Do you want to join another band?"
I go on, done. To be fair, every
Yeah, he looked down at the size of the spliff and went, "Yeah, I'll join."
kind of call you. Can you really call yourself a musician if you're not in like 2 or 3 bands?
Yeah,
It's like the normal thing now, when it just 2 or 3 bands at a time for.
yeah, it keeps you healthy.
Yeah, exactly. Gives you something to do.
Exactly, it's better than just like hiding in a cave somewhere. It's
Or a post room, back room.
I'm in a nuclear bunker. That's I'll be here before the roaches are here. So it's
So, musical influences for all 3 years. What bands, artists have had the most significant influence on your sound, and how have these influences shaped the music of Worship the Sacrifice? And we'll start with you, Jono, because you're being the quiet one.
shit. Shit. Oh,
Pressure's on.
Give me the hot potato.
You're-
Alright, shit. Well, where to begin? What influences in terms of like? Can we pass the hot potato and I'll come back?
Oh, like,
Who's hot potato here?
I'll jump in, but like, John, I'm literally just asking you what bands you like. If we're stuck on this
There's
question,
too many. This is where like
true.
you look like it's the autism in high effect. Like
No.
I'll jump in real quick because we do have like a melting pot, a maelstrom of like different influences in this band. I mean, my influences were like Arch Enemy. MetalHammer was the reason I started like picking up a guitar when I was younger. That kind of melodic death metal side or heavy metal side. But I go from everything from like Chimera to Lamb of God. One of my biggest influences, Randy Blythe, is an absolute legend. It's probably why I fell in love with Laz, because he's kind of got the similar vocal styles. So I was just like, yes. But anything like, I go from like groove to melodic. I like Nightwish. I like, to me, it's just my personal. I love melody in metal songs. I got a big Mellow Death fan. So yeah, I just like to chuck in absolutely everything.
See, just like that, Jono. Bless you.
That's good. I can practice that for my next interview.
While Jono's still thinking, Laz, what about yourself?
Influences for me are going to be just all the metal, really. New metal. I love new metal. I love Limp Bizkit and Slipknot,
Yeah.
System of a Down, and yeah, Randy Blythe is a huge influence on my sort of where I wanted to sound originally when I sort of started vocals. I guess like Phil Bozeman of Whitechapel is another vocalist that I really admire.
Oh, nice.
Danny Filth to some extent. I really admire the range and the kind of techniques that guy has accumulated. It's pretty fucking impressive. And pretty much any kind of deathcore, really. Like deathcore is one of the funnest genres when it comes to vocalism. There's just so much scope to do all sorts of weird noises, and that's always made me feel like, oh, like I used to love beatboxing as a teenager, so vocals are almost like beatboxing to some degree. You're just making a noise with your throat and just playing around with it, manipulating it, and seeing what you can create. And yeah, that's what
Deathcore for me personally. Can you remember how big metalcore just exploded back in like the early noughties? That's how I feel deathcore's going now. It's just a lot of shows come in and just bang, everything's just gone absolutely mad since.
I do hope that deathcore takes the metalcore route though, and actually broadens the variety of sound. I don't like every band sounding exactly the same.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But then, how does it? But then, is it a genre then? If that's
It can be a
Okay.
genre, subgenre.
Yeah,
it's a sub of a sub. It's a double subway.
The double subway.
The double sub.
Fresh.
Yeah.
So,
Well, back to you now, Jono.
yes. So, influences. Fuck. So, I suppose death kind of fairly big influence. Sepultura, Nile, Caldecap, Slipknot, Lamagod. I don't have my list. I can send you the PDF later.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, man. That'd be absolutely great.
But there's a few. On
Oh, of course.
Cynic as well.
And to be fair, all yous have pretty much mentioned Slipknot. Do you know what I mean? Joey Jones for yourself, John, I can imagine, was a big influence. I can only imagine for you. It's just an absolute.
Just the way he played, it was incredible. Watch him once back at Sonosphere. It was pissing down with rain and just getting to experience Slipknot. It was incredible.
So, London metal scene. How has being part of the London metal scene influenced your music and your experiences as a band? Are there any specific venues, events in London that hold special meaning for Worship the Sacrifice?
London.
Yeah, it's
where to begin. Shit.
Well, I want to jump in with like a venue thing because I think I'll let Laz field everything with to do the London metal scene currently, but like venue, I just want to mention like a special place. Like one of my first gigs when I was originally in bands like 10 to 15 years ago was in New Cross Inn, and it's always got a special place in my heart being like the first gig that I ever played or the first venue, and it's changed a lot over the years. But even when we organised our own tour or our own day on our own tour, it had to be the first place that I went to get a gig back. So, and then we played Co-Fest there, which I was actually really proud of. So yeah, every time I go back there, it's just nostalgic memories of like 15 years ago.
Any other venues?
I think for me, the New Cross Inn, when we played at Coalition Fest, that has to be like hands down one of the more special gigs that we played in London, only because of how much tremendous effort I put into actually organising the festival and running it with the London Metal Coalition. Seeing Red Method play after us, and just having all of these peers that I really, really respect being there and supporting us. It was a really magical show for me personally. But yeah, London metal scene is just so magical at the moment, dude. It's so full of support and love and community, and yeah, it's just really driven my my motivation and also just my sort of faith in humanity as well.
Now, Laz, you're a founding member of the LMC, London Metal Coalition, is that right?
Yeah, so I guess you could say I'm the originator of the whole thing. I thought up an idea. I observed the scene. I thought about how magical it would be to unite the scene, and I approached a few members of the community and just pitched my idea, saying, "Hey, I've got decided for a WhatsApp group where we all help each other out, and have a sort of central place to communicate, and just start building up this friendship that we already have, but in a central location, because that is what makes like an impact, is when everyone is able to raise each other up."
Nice. And you've done an absolute amazing job with the LMC. Coalition Fest was absolutely a massive success, and it got featured in MetalHammer, I hear, as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, we were really lucky to get a review from Holly in MetalHammer, along with Imperium, Collapse the Sky, and Red Method. It was totally unexpected as well. I didn't realize that MetalHammer were going to be there. And it's insane to see not only the London Metal Coalition in there, not only Coalition Fest in there, not only Worship the Sacrifice in there, but also my name. And it's just, yeah, that is like that's an achievement of my lifetime so far.
Nice one. That's absolutely fantastic. Like I say, you've done an absolute outstanding job with that, with not just the whole purpose of the LMC, that festival as well. I was mentioning it to Case, because from time to time Case messages us just randomly with silly WhatsApp videos, and then that's kind of how the conversation starts. I'll get some sort of random message off him, and then when's Coalition Fest next year? He hasn't given us the dates. He's given us a rough idea, but I'm hoping to be in attendance for Coalition Fest next year.
Dude, if you don't come next year, I swear I'll drive up that day.
Well,
He
if
spent half a day travelling.
Doesn't matter.
well
I'll-
if Case has given us the correct dates, 'cause I know my work rota, and so far in advance it's unreal. I am off that weekend.
Okay.
That is if Case has provided me with the right dates, because he said
One way to find out.
he says it wasn't set in stone.
It's not set in stone. Okay. All right.
I mean, I can quickly check. Let's have a look. See what.
It's now. Surprise.
Get in.
Right this second.
Impromptu Fest. Let's go. His first song is The Bloodletting.
That's the end.
Yeah,
Done.
it's
No.
a complete shit show.
We're gonna do a full a cappella scat.
Yes, do it.
While scattered
Do
all
it.
over the floor.
You've ruined the surprise now. Oh.
I'm not coming now. Change my mind.
I'm surprised.
Sounds too dirty. Sorry, I'm not saying it. Right.
Yeah.
Sounds
we'll have like body
sounds
suits,
too-
you don't have to get your clothes dirty. It'll be
Oh.
alright.
yeah. I'll say it properly. Sounds too dirty. Songwriting process. Walk us through your typical songwriting process. How do you approach creating new music, and how collaborative is the process within the band?
So there's this little button that I keep in my wardrobe, and I just press it, and every now and then Steve just sends me a track.
Just one button. Done.
He doesn't know how the track was made either. It's just
No.
he just finds himself sending it to me
It sends like electrical surges to my brain directly. It's like a little chip.
like a
No,
sleeper agent.
In terms of, I'm just going to jump on this because in terms of the creating, the writing process, there's like in terms of like all the music and the influences. I spend a lot of time listening to music, trying to like analyze what makes a good song, what doesn't make a good song in my head, what's catchy. But then it all comes down to when the guitar's in your hand and you start riffing, you're like, oh, that sounds good. And then you go on to the next and you go, oh, that sounds good. And then that kind of sounds with that. So it kind of all builds organically. But I think the band has transitioned with how we've got used to each other with musicianship and like how we've taken our influences. Like now I'm getting songs from Jono, who's writing tracks. Really keen to get Dill on the writing track phase to make it more to get everyone's thought process and things on there. But yeah, predominantly I've always liked to tell a story with a track when I'm writing. So like the ending sometimes mirrors the beginning, or there's like a journey that it goes through. But as long as it's got some kind of hook, some kind of like something that can really get people grasping, and plus when I'm writing, sometimes I've got vocals in my head of Ian doing stuff as well. So I like to give him as much freedom on the track as well. So clear defined verses, maybe bridges, maybe chorus type thing, and then he just goes away and ends up just knocking out the park anyway. So
I like to think that when I get a track from Steve, he's already got the structure together. He's already got drum patterns, the sort of rough drum patterns on it, and the rhythm and the lead. And I think just having that complete sound helps me to just interpret it into a lyrical theme. I feel like I feel like I kind of just fall into a trance where the music tells me what to do with the vocal patterns and the sort of style to go for. And yeah, it's really an interesting process to just watch it unfold in front of me as I go through these songs, and I just realize that he wants me to do this and this and this. And sometimes it's quite accurate, and Steve will be like, bloody hell, yeah, that is exactly what I wanted. But then sometimes it's like, that was weird, but it works.
Nice one. Evolution of sound. How has Worship the Sacrifice sound evolved since the band's inception? Have there been any intentional changes, or has there been any more natural progression, or even accidental?
I think, first from my perspective, I think the quality of production that we're putting out is drastically improving as we learn the technology and how to actually produce music properly at a high quality level. We take one step each time, and I think that's we're showing a kind of consistent growth on that front. And then I think also when it comes to like the complexity of the songs themselves, they they're starting to fall into a really good pattern. I think like we get it's not just a verse chorus thing, but we're
Honing
doing
our sound, honing what we want, type
yeah,
thing.
yeah. What do you reckon, Steve?
No, I pretty agree. Sorry, Jono, we're keeping you quiet on this one as well.
No,
Sorry,
it's
dude.
good. I'm good.
Uh,
I'm good here. I'm happy listening.
Well, the thing is, I want to mention this as well because Jono has like number one ability that I've never known any drummer to do, which is literally like he can hear the drum patterns because I do brief drum patterns like in terms of like on the songs just to keep everything in time. And Jono will go away and has this ability to just turn up to a studio and know exactly the song structure inside and out and has his own thing and knows exactly what he's doing, even though he could potentially not practice the songs. It's like a superpower. We don't know how he does it, but he does it. So when it comes to rehearsals and getting the songs down, he's just there going, and we're like, we don't even know the songs that well, and yet he knows them. But we've got, well, don't know spoilers, but we've got like, in terms of sounds and evolution, we've got 12 tracks that are literally, we are ready to push out, that are
Our best songs.
our best things that we've done, and they're such a departure of what we have, but still keeping with what we want to put out there message-wise.
And
Yes.
it definitely plays into what we're trying to define our sound as, which we have coined as schizophrenic death metal, or mellow chaotic death metal, if you like.
Would that be the?
It's a take your pick kind of thing.
Mm.
It's a schizophrenic, bipolar, OCD, ASD, ADD, all of it.
How about yourself, John? How do you feel as if the sounds evolved over time? So obviously you've joined the band at a much later date. So were you aware of the band like before? Were you aware of the band obviously and how they sounded before you joined?
So how I discovered worship, I was looking, well, as I was like looking for bands to join, it's a website called Join My Band, and you can find musicians and weird people doing things. And I found I found a death metal band. I thought I'd give them a listen, see what I thought, and then I was like, okay, give it a go, see if they're about, and then eventually came to it. It was groovy, it was a bit heavy, melodic, and then it's progressing. It's gone more technical. It's still groovy, still melodic, some new metal-y bits here and there, and it's a thing that's going to constantly sort of grow and progress further into it. And I'm looking forward to sort of what we're going to be releasing and later down the line going to be releasing.
Having Jono join yourselves, do you feel as like if the sound has changed having Jono since you old drummer?
Definitely completed it, because when we had this robotic, program drum, it's just
That was Isaac, is that correct?
Yeah.
yes, Isaac, our old drummer. Yeah.
Well remembered.
Yeah. No,
See,
they
There's
Steve knows
things
the
that
law.
Jono.
He knows
If
the
you've
law.
not seen us live, then honestly, Jono does so many crazy shit live. Like we can't keep up. Like they used to
Lots
be
of
like,
accents and flares,
I don't know how he does it.
and it elevates the sound. We've never sounded better live than when we have
Just
Jono.
that
Like,
wall of.
we couldn't go back from it.
All hail
Especially
Jono.
when he takes his shirt off.
Oh, when he takes his shirt off, alright.
Jono's well respected in the community. He's got a lot of friends, and yeah, I think a lot of them are proud of.
If you weren't selling Coalition Fest, you've just sold it there just when you mentioned Jono was going to take his top off.
I know the boss. I know what the
this is how we poison everyone. I get naked and eyes just start to burn off, and
That's how
you're
you
just left with like two sockets of like nothingness, and it's
Indiana Jones as well.
just melted.
Oh, get in. The visual elements of a band often complement the music. What role do the visual aesthetics play in conveying the overall message or atmosphere for Worship the Sacrifice?
I think that's something that we're yet to work on, if I'm honest. I don't think that we've really concentrated on a kind of aesthetic or a specific look that fits the name. So That's definitely something we have in plan. I think.
Yeah.
We've got to definitely lean into what people are. When people read the band name, they already have an expectation, and we want to try and meet that expectation.
We don't want to be
death
caught in a
metal.
box either. It's kind of like, because what we do live on stage, like, I usually prance around like a fool, and Jono's topless, and Ian's screaming at people. So there's an element of like, we don't want to be taken too seriously, which is why we like the schizophrenic thing. Like, we are good at musicians. Like, I'd say everyone in this band, like 100% one of the best musicians that I played with, but we don't want to just be taken as like another death metal band. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but we like to like dance, have fun on stage, try and throw the stereotypes as well, which is why, yeah, the
It
Laz
needs
is
to
right.
be. It needs to be more than just like 5 sweaty guys on stage.
There's nothing wrong with that,
but
but
totally not. No, but like
Certain circles,
Yeah,
people, 5 sweaty, moist guys on a stage. Depends on your circles, really. You know what I mean?
excuse me, I need a moment.
yeah, he needs to go
That's
to
a
the
good Friday night.
Oh, this is already gone doing the gutter. Challenges and triumphs, lads. Every band faces challenges. Can you share some of your obstacles, worship sacrifices overcome, and any particular triumphs that stand out on your journey? Silence.
This is one.
Have I just stumped you?
I think. Oh, okay. So
I
in
was
terms of
figuring
triumphs
out
and
who's answering.
milestones, yeah. Well, in terms of triumphs and milestones, I think when we joined Unearth, that was a big milestone for us because that literally propelled us around the UK scene and for England. We were playing everywhere from like Cumbria to down south, and it opened up a lot of doors for networking for ourselves.
I'll just point out though, not Newcastle.
Not Newcastle yet.
Fucking disgraceful, right?
We need to play in like Trillions or.
How I unearthed? Come on, get fucking worship the sacrifice here on the tune, will you? Sorry, I interrupted you, but I just had to point that out. You've played Cumbria, which is close, but not close enough.
Bit the other way, but
Aye.
like, yeah, it's the wrong way still.
Aye. But yeah,
if we're gonna go all the way to Newcastle, then we'll have to get Cast and Tefra involved.
way. Now that you mentioned Tefra. You've played with Tefra a few times, is that right, lads?
Yeah, absolutely lovely dudes as well.
Oh, they are absolute babes. They really are. Nice, absolute legends. And Sean Payne, who is the bass player, he's part of Team JHUK. He helps with a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and he helps me with the running of gigs and stuff like that. Because yes, we do run a few gigs here in Newcastle from time to time.
Nice.
We've got Get Heavy Fest, which is August next year. So yeah, he has helped me a lot when it comes to that sort of thing. And all the lads, that's like I say, absolute. I can't speak highly enough of them.
Anything in like Star and Shadow, because I know that's used as a venue sometimes.
Where, sorry?
Star and Shadow. It's in it's like Heaton.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not too familiar
Let's
with
have
that.
a look. Biker Grave was there. It used to be in the Clooney at one point, and then like
I'm aware of Biker Grave, but I know they do a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if is it. I think it's Bob Kicks. I think it is, or it's hard to keep track. There's so many venues and promotions. It hurts my head. But obviously, you know the big one, which is Trillions. Everyone likes to play Trillions as well. Little buildings.
See, what Jono is trying to say is we're now your best friends. Hi.
Yeah. That's
Can we go back to the challenges for a second? Cause
yes.
I
The
think
boss.
The biggest challenge that we faced as WTS is the fact that we are 5 people with 5 lives, careers, different locations around the country, and having this passion and this dream and trying to make that all align is a huge challenge. And I think we've done pretty bloody well considering that that is a massive hurdle. I mean, Steve lives in Manchester, for God's sake. We're in London, so we can make that work. and that's a huge challenge.
Uh,
Time as well, finding time to do everything.
See, I wasn't aware that Steve yourself lived in Manchester, and that's a canny trek to get to the shores. How long's that drive?
Bags under the eyes. These bags.
Just from driving. So what would that be? At what 2-hour drive, 3-hour drive?
It's usually more 3 to 4. There's been times we've done Metal to the Masses because it's on a Sunday where I don't get back till 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I've got work at 7 in the office.
Wow!
At the end of the day,
Oof.
I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for the world because this is exactly what I want to do, and this is the passion that it needs. So, regardless, it doesn't matter. It's a mute point.
You know what it is? This is what I absolutely love about metal. Not just fans, musicians as well, because it doesn't matter what walk of life, you're in it for life. You love metal, that's it. As soon as you like metal, that's it, you're in it for life. And it doesn't matter what, if you want to go to a show, nothing's going to stop you from going to that show. Whether you're playing it, or if you're going as a punter. If you've got work at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're still going to go into that show. Sean Payne from Tefra, he can account to that because he plays shows and then he's at work 4 o'clock in the morning. He's in pain. He's a broken man with his back, but he still does it like an absolute champ. So yeah, I absolutely love all just fans, musicians because they're just the love for it. Absolutely, it's unending. Absolutely amazing.
There's a super fan. Sorry, I was just there's a super fan at the moment, Kim Winter, and the guy's an absolute legend. He lives around here near me, and he's every single London gig he's supporting Imperium. He's come down and seen us a few times as well when we played. And just shout out to Kim. He's an absolute legend.
Kimbo.
I think to be fair, I think every major city's got one of those people that are at every show. Val comes to my mind from our area. He is at every and any underground show. He is right at the front, pretty much on the stage himself, giving it 110% for every band. So I think every city's got that one person over there.
Yeah.
Any challenges for yourself, Jono? You've been very quiet again.
Challenges in terms of in the band or
just in challenges and triumphs. What do you feel as if what's been a challenging aspect on your drumming within Worship the Sacrifice, and what do you think's a bit of a triumph, an achievable moment for yourself?
Good question.
Doesn't have to be within Worship the Sacrifice, of course. Just in your general drumming.
I can't think of one, to be honest. Can't think of like why. I can't think of trial. I think just practicing, getting by, just having a good schedules.
Yeah,
I suppose that's a tricky one, but like, well, I don't know. It's just it's a constant trial.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
every day's a struggle.
Exactly.
It is, and not just not being in a band, just general. Do you know what I mean? Just life, yeah. especially these days, cost of living crisis, isn't it? So
yeah, no.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, Steve. You know the feeling you get. You know, like how difficult it is, like you say, to be alive. Essentially,
all the time.
Imagine, yeah, everyone in this world is going through that exact same feeling.
Yeah.
So we should all be a lot nicer to each other.
Yeah,
we should be.
Truth.
We should be.
Half from drummers, they can all go to hell.
Oh, that's bass players.
I think you got it wrong, Steve.
Sorry, Ben.
I'm with John on this one. That just bass players after all. Yeah, bass players are easily replaced, aren't they? Because let's be honest.
To replace it with a sea bass.
back in track and sort that out, can't it? Fan interaction, lads. How do you engage with your fan base, both online and offline? Are there any memorable fan interactions or experiences that have stood out to you?
Um, so I think the most honourable mention that I can say for my bit is that we got our biggest fan, one of our earlier shows in Derby, and she's been to pretty much every show we've ever played in Nottingham and in Derby and in Colville, and that's our very, very good friend Kaida. And you know, it just started out. She saw us play live, liked what we were playing. We interacted at the merch stand. She bought all of our merch. We gave her a couple of freebies, and yeah, just the whole thing's just blossomed into this beautiful friendship now. You know, we even kidnapped her and took her on a tour with us.
You've just outed yourself as kidnapping. This is now being submitted as evidence.
It's consensual kidnapping. It's all right.
It was consensual, non-consensual. It was fine.
It'll work out in court, you know.
We
Oh.
She got up on stage as well. She did vocals on stage as well.
Yeah.
For
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. Oh, so we were the first band to play in the legendary, historic gay village in Manchester, and she was with us. That was on the tour that we were on, and yeah, she came up on stage and yeah, gave everything she had, and it was amazing, wasn't it?
What song did you sing on?
Wake Up the World and The Sacrifice, I think.
Nice. Was it just small parts, or did you sing the whole song?
So yeah, I think she just came in when she felt comfortable. That's why I said, you know, no pressure to do anything, just do what you feel you want to.
Make random noises, it'll work.
Yeah. And she's actually
metal.
She's got a really good technique. So, yeah.
He's an amazing growling vocalist, amazing aggressive vocalist as well. So
To be fair, that's what Evan did from Collapse of Colour. So, lads, I'm not sure if you've hung around to end of a Beardwell Baggins stream, but every stream we always end on Reach for the Stars by S Club 7. Every stream, guaranteed.
Yes.
2 years. 2 years we have ended on that song, guaranteed. And Cass and Tefra headlined Get Heavy Fest for us this year, and as a surprise to me, they learned and turned Reach for the Stars into a deathcore song.
Nice.
And obviously it's 7 members, so they got Killanova, Ellen from Killanova, and they got Evan from Collapse of Cover to make it Slam Club 7. And covered
Slam Club 7. That's amazing.
You can watch it. It's on YouTube. And you
I'm
can
gonna have to check this out after.
yeah, you could.
That's fucking jokes.
Pause the interview.
And we bought, like I say, we bought an Evan from Collapse of Colour. Evan didn't know the song. He only knew the chorus. So it was literally just he just made noises for the majority of it.
Nice.
There was
how it works.
there was no alcohol consumed. I will point out before you watch it. Everyone was sober. Oh wait,
and you want to go ask about consensual, non-consensual? That is
Jono, if you believe that. if you believe that no one was drinking that day. But yeah,
I'd
it
be
was
slightly disappointed.
it was absolutely brilliant. It was just to hear it live. Everyone loved it as well. There was quite a few mistakes. Poor Evan actually accidentally pulled out. His TV pulled out one of the guitars. He accidentally kicked out the pedal or something, and it cut one of the guitars out during the breakdown. So, but it was absolutely amazing. Yeah, give it a watch after this. It's hilarious. I absolutely loved it. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. We're getting close to for my questions anyway, guys. But future plans. What's next for Worship the Sacrifice? Any upcoming projects, tours, or goals that you have to share with the fans?
Who's on this one?
Oh, you know what, Jono? You know what, John? You can have this one.
Plans? We have plans?
I'll take this
Okay,
one.
see.
So, yeah. So we're trying to at the moment because we're training up Dill obviously in terms of new member. So we've got a few gigs coming up. We're playing Satan's Hollow next Sunday, 26th November, and we're part of the Metal to the Masses this year. So our date is the 10th of December. But apart from that, we're actually taking a bit of a step back because we're trying to focus on releasing an album that potentially could have all the singles that we released so far with a few sneaky extras thrown on there. But also we're producing the 12 tracks we mentioned earlier into a brand new album for next year. So we've got a whole new set coming, Worship 2.0. We are literally revamping everything. We've got the image to thing. So next year's going to be really exciting for us. And eventually event organising with the help on Unearthed, of course, we're organising our own tours for the for potential album or EP release, because we've also got potential new single coming out. So there's so many things that we've got in the pipework. We're just waiting to get dates and just shove them out the door.
Nice one.
But
And-
next up, we do have our 3-track EP, which is Prophecy of Demise.
Ooh.
So keep an eye out for that. We'll be
Will that be dropped?
releasing the date.
Will that be soon? Oh,
We'll let you know in December when it will be released.
okey-dokey. And with regards to the full album release, I ask every band this: will it be a vinyl?
You know what? If it's our debut album, so we might just have to.
I'll
It's for you.
I'll be in the front row. I'll be the first in line to grab it.
It'll be the first vinyl I've ever owned.
No, well,
It's the
really?
smallest line ever, 'cause it's for you.
That's fine. It's like we don't have to fight anyone for it. Because normally it's a limited run, and I always miss out. So, because thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks. So yeah, if you do
Sign it as well, so it doesn't play properly.
even better, even better. And finally, before we pass it over to the awesome live viewers, message to the fans. Is any message or sentiment that you hope listeners take away from your music? Anything you'd like to express directly to your fans?
Go on,
I
Jonah,
just-
you can go because you've been quiet.
Yeah, go on, John.
That's
You do it.
Go on.
Message to our fans. Please buy our stuff.
Wow.
Right,
We're
it wasn't as
broke.
profound as I was expecting, but
It was so heartfelt as well. Though it was just it was like Oliver Twist sort of moment. Please buy our stuff.
We're fucked in it. No, seriously, we are very lucky to, have our fans here so far, and hopefully our future fans welcome. It'll be great to have you, and hopefully it'll be an awesome journey we get to go on together.
Yourself, Lars.
What I have to say to the fans is, if you're a fan of metal and you're not yet involved in your local metal scene, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go to your next local underground gig, talk to the bands, talk to the people, and find your place there, because that is home for so many people, and it's a really important thing to discover. And it's just a fucking beautiful thing. So if you haven't yet discovered your local scene, go and seek it out, because you will not be disappointed.
Hear that, boys and girls? Did you hear that? That is what it's all about. No one. I don't think anyone can say it better.
Grassroots stuff,
Yeah.
100%.
you should have started with Laz and not Jono. Sorry.
Either way, I think it all works out because it's what it is.
What about yourself, Steve-O? Anything you wish to say?
Exactly. There's. I completely echo what the guys have said. It's not it's a it's a dream to be able to play music and people to come and watch it and see what you're trying to produce and what you're trying to get out there type thing. So I'm just completely overwhelmed with the support that we've got so far, the responses and opportunities we've had, because not everyone gets them. So we're more than grateful for anyone that listens to our music and likes it, because that's the end of the day. That's what we want to do with our lives. That's what we want to do day in, day out, and it's people that enjoy it that give us the opportunity to do that. So thank you.
Very well said as well. Very well said. So it's time for the real questions from the viewers. Let's see what they've got for you, sir. They asked the proper questions.
So those were the practice questions.
Pretty much,
The actual.
Yeah, they asked.
That's where it starts. We've got an extra hour on our hands.
They asked the real nitty gritty stuff. So while
pre-interview,
we're waiting for someone to type, quick couple of quick fire questions. Who in the band is most likely to survive a horror movie, and who's going to go first? Who's going to die first? Who's going to survive?
I will die first because I'll be like, "Oh, serial killer," and I'll ask them loads of questions and probably run off with them. So it'll probably be me dead straight away.
And with serial killers, you just throw some milk on them and they'll just dissolve. So.
I play Dead by Daylight like all the time. Like I'll be like, "Oh, serial killer, tell me what you doing? Who you killing?"
you.
Great.
As is more likely to be the serial killer, to be honest. So he's probably going to survive all of us.
I probably just present myself as too nice to kill.
Can't kill lads. Too nice.
Hey man, community over competition, man. Okay.
Oh, get it.
Help you, man. We could join forces, man.
Just bringing out the 40-pound sledgehammer, sliding across the floor. It's just like.
Well, to be honest, they're probably going to be Ben and Dill because they're not here. They're probably going to survive.
Yeah, it's not going to be like a.
I feel like Ben would be the killer. He's
like some Evil Dead type.
It's always
shit,
the quiet
like...
Anything to get the money for his Christmas decorations. The guy spends hundreds on Christmas
Oh
decorations.
my god!
Really? Wow.
We'll post that up on our Instagram feed when he does it this year.
Use a roll in the Discord. Post in the Discord. I need to see that. Well, here it is. The ultimate question, straight from my wife herself. What's your Greg's order?
Greg.
What's that?
Your Greg's order.
Oh, festive bake, sausage roll, chicken pack, sandwich, and a drink. For starters.
The starters?
But that's just a warm up.
Suppose if I was to go into a Greg's today, which I don't really see myself doing.
Oh! Sacrilege!
I knew that would ruffle your feathers. I would go for a vegetable bake, a vegan sausage roll, and a packet of Yum Yums. I don't know.
Greg's. I had an alright vegan crap thing. It was pretty decent.
A vegan crap thing.
Vegan wrap thing. It was not too bad. It was like a Southern fried chicken knockoff. It was pretty good. That, maybe a sausage roll and a drink. I was going Greg's, but
trust it to be the food question that he doesn't have any issue answering.
That's like the easiest one. Like you got.
It wasn't an it was like, yes.
So in terms of music, Jono, what's your number one meal?
That's how I should have done it.
Just ask him in food related ways, and I'd be like, "Oh yes." So the kind of music I listen to is
vegan.
Rigatoni, Basketti.
Excellent. So we've got Norse Redneck. How old were you when you decided you wanted to be a musician?
Good one.
It was an on and off thing for me. I wanted to be a musician when I was 15. I had a little bit of a high school band thing going on. I was doing vocals and guitar. Didn't really stick at it though, and then kind of just dropped off. Then I tried to do guitar again, like 7 years later in another band. I learned how to play the Trooper, and that was literally all I learned how to play. Just it takes a lot of dedication to learn instruments, and a lot, like I just didn't have that dedication. You got to put hours in for it, like every day, and that just wasn't for me. That's not my style. So yeah, it wasn't really until 4 or 5 years ago when I met my friend Dan, and we started our first band, Our Dark Descent, and yeah, that's where I started to really decide that I wanted to be a vocalist.
Sweet. Steve, Jono,
You want to go first?
who's gone first?
No. You can go first, Jono. Go on.
You go first.
Go on, John.
I'll go first then. Fine. I'll go first. So yeah, I was around a friend's house, and she had a guitar, and always been interested in music. But the moment I was like, "Oh, can I have a go?" That was it. I was absolutely hooked. Within 6 months of non-stop playing for about 8 hours a day, I was in a band. That's when I was 17. I've been playing now 22 years.
Wow.
So yeah, then I joined multiple projects. Some of them got quite successful. I was playing the underworld, doing gigs around London, and then it kind of dropped off. I got the long story of my homeless. I got homeless, bit of my life story. So I had to leave London, which is why I went up north. And met my ex-partner, but moved north. So those 10 years that I was out, I spent 10 years doing video game cover music. So I'd made a following, like learning how to produce my own stuff. So it's always been embedded that I've always wanted to make a career of this. It's just obviously overcoming those hurdles. And then when lockdown happened and I got approached by a friend to start the band again and go back into bands, it was a no-brainer. So I've been trying for about 20 years.
Nice one. What was the first song you learned on guitar? Was it "Smoke on the Water"?
No,
Everyone can smoke on the water.
it was Lenny Kravitz's "Fly Away."
Was it really? Wow. Normally
What's the
goes.
song called?
Oh, fair enough.
Mine was Come As You Are.
Mine was Symphony of Destruction.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
It was a fun song.
Some-
I wouldn't do the solos or anything like that. I think it was a bit too soon to jump into that straight away. Just doing Marty Freeman solos like that. Like,
See, when I tried guitar, mine was "Smoke on the Water," and
standard.
Black Sabbath, Iron Man as well.
No Stairway.
No, no, stay away. I was denied.
Denied.
I was waiting for someone to get the Wayne's World reference.
So
we've got no more.
How
How about yourself, Jono?
so? What? So I was about 10, 11. I remember at school I saw some kids. It was like during the summertime. They were like doing a live thing in front of the assembly. They were playing like Guns N' Roses and stuff. And then I was about 12. Ended up in a marching band of all things for a bit. Played snare, like cymbals for a little bit. Just did that for a year. I was listening to metal around sort of then. It's about sort of 15, 16 when I sort of started to pick up drums. And then sort of within like a year or two, I had lessons, stayed self-taught since then, started sort of a few projects. One did all right for a good sort of 7, 8 years, and then that fell about sort of 2018, 2019, and then, yeah, pandemic stuff and all that. So, yeah, a little summary of everything so far.
No more questions from the viewers. Just the two
No.
so far. So I'll continue with a couple of others. Guilty pleasure songs. What's your non-metal song that each member secretly enjoys but might be embarrassed to admit?
I have a penchant for meme music, like the music that you hear on backings of memes.
Okay.
There's a couple of those songs that are just really I don't know. I'm like, oh, I want to hear that song.
Come on, guys. I already told you. S Club 7.
Oh,
Look.
yeah. The thing is, though, I'm in that camp as well. So mine's like S Club 7, but my biggest one is probably Lady Gaga. I've seen her like 4 times.
What, in concert?
Amazing. Live in concert, she is amazing live in terms of her performance and what she puts on. When I saw her, she set a piano on fire and started playing through it. It was, I can't beat that kind of like musicianship. But at the end of the day, it's a bit hit or miss. But I like the dark lyrics. Sometimes she's like pretends to cut herself on stage. So there is a darkness to the music that I like. So it's kind of my guilty pleasure.
Fair enough. Like a hidden metalhead sort of thing.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, wait, Jono. You look like a Spice. You look like a Spice Girls fan.
It's gonna be like NSYNC and fucking Backstreet Boys. Nah, kidding.
Justin Bieber. Let's be honest. How?
No, like.
Oh,
I wanted to like. You know.
Whoa! I'm
afterwards.
just getting the disappointing finger from Lars. Don't you mention Justin Bieber?
Not babes. Not the babes.
Too late to say you're sorry. Stop it.
I cannot believe it.
Boom.
I'm not a believer. Sorry, it's not the beginning of last decade.
Oh, Jono. What's your guilty pleasure?
Guilt. I don't think I have one.
You've got everyone.
Why'd I be guilty for music I listen to?
Very well put. Yeah, it is. He just completely stumped us all there, hasn't he? Why to be guilty to listen? Yeah. Right, since you fucked that segment up for us, John.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Did we just deceive the interviewer?
You did, well, pretty much, I. Oh.
I killed him.
I didn't know that this was a battle, but I think we won, lads.
Yes. Da, 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 da.
I love that you went for the Final Fantasy victory. There was a reason why you're in the band.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Treacle Truffle, who's currently watching live, if you had to spend 24 hours locked in a room with a farmyard animal, what animal and why?
Alpaca, because alpaca.
Steve, Jono?
Oh, Jono. I'm still thinking.
I'm still thinking, fuck. I'm still trying to think of one too at the moment. Fuck, what animal? I'm just trying to think what would be the least smelliest and probably
Right,
like
hear me out,
lowest
alpaca,
maintenance ever.
Hear me out, yeah. Alpaca, it's like a goat, yeah. But
It's sleeper,
warm-
but
it's warmer than a goat, and it's got a longer neck, so you could use it as like a full body.
But a
pillow.
llama, though.
But yeah, you could like do like in Star Wars where you could just like cut it up and like stay in with it,
Wow.
I suppose.
Oh yeah, the animal has to stay alive.
So, you know,
That wasn't specified in the question.
It's gotten more extreme now. We didn't talk about what kind of room it was, whether there was any heating, whether it was like middle of winter. We didn't discuss
Has he at least got a frying pan, Treacle, so he can cook it?
Are we providing the animals? Do we have to go get animals?
I mean, are we locked in a supermarket? Is it like what's the situation? What kind of room is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to lock an animal up with us.
No, I don't have. It's pretty cruel, but like,
Yeah, we don't condone cruelty to animals.
Good lad.
We're decent people. We're decent folk here.
Good. And Steve-O, did you come across one? Did you discover?
If I'm going, I'm taking it with me.
You going what? Sorry.
You're gonna salt the animal. That's probably not a good idea.
Guys, I was literally about to say, I'm going down and taking my dog with me, and I'll take my dog. I do not want to think that is.
You don't want to be taking your dog. Okay, Mick. I don't know.
I do not want to come across my dog. Thank you. I just wanted to point this out.
Across in of. It's all terrible.
Oh, anyone else? Anyone else in chat want to ask Worship the sacrifice, a question. While we'll wait for someone to type on the subject of animals, if your basis had to wrestle an animal in the wild to prove their metal, what animal would it be?
Wild boar.
A wild boar.
And I would watch and be like, fight, my precious, fight.
Probably go for a grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear.
Wow.
Yeah,
Give him a
just
chance.
At least with the boar, you can have some bacon.
you know, he's a bass player, so it's like can't give him these.
you just want to be entertained.
Bum, 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 bum. Make the bear shit itself and run away. Bum, bum, bum.
You just got to pretend to be bigger than that. Just like
Well, to be fair, Ben doesn't move at all, so he could just stay still like a T-Rex and he would never recognize it.
I mean, yeah, they're just like big dogs, so it'd be like
I think
It's an ongoing thing. We try and get Ben to dance on stage. He will not dance on stage.
You will not dance.
I'm still asking lads to sort out the taser for it. It's just all like
Wow, cattle pod.
I did poke him with my groin last time, but I didn't.
Beg your pardon? Kind of show was this? I poked him with my groin. Kind of show do you lads play?
Oh, you got to come to one to see, haven't you?
I didn't think I'm gonna with shows for poking members with your groin. It's not my vibe, mate.
You know, there is a splash zone as well. So
Is there? Wait, I'm always at the back anyway. I'm a haggard old man. I stand at the back where it's safe.
Well, you don't
No,
do
we
plastic
bring-
poncho.
Mm.
No plastic poncho.
No.
we usually hand them out.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, it gets messy.
Bloodletting, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, treacle
You
truffle,
need to buy
red
like
red light and metal.
ketchup. Like it's a messy business.
On your way, whatever gig you'd stop off at every McDonald's on your way just to nick up the free packets of ketchup.
Yeah, we go to all the service stations around the country. Well, how many are there? Like 5,000, 10,000 service stations?
I mean,
I tell you, we should do a review because I travelled down from like Manchester. That we should do like a review of service stations. And
We've
literally go
been
in
to
there.
so many of them.
Yeah, it'd be like 5 out of 10. Not
You get a bit of like service station deja vu. It's like
We have our
Not the same.
favourites now. That's how often we visit these things.
Weatherby. Everyone stops over the Weatherby.
Oh, maybe. No, what's the one that I get on the way back? I forgot what it is.
oh, Watford Gap.
They all look like Watford Gap. Yeah, I'll go Watford Gap.
Yeah, Watford Gap's decent. Cobham services is probably up there.
So,
I like Welcome Break is my favourite one.
right.
Welcome breaks, yeah, they're good.
Have a McDonald's in.
Actually, you got to ask other bands this on your next interview, dude. You got to say what's your favourite, brand of service station.
I will. I've
Welcome
got.
breaks.
That'd be well interesting to hear what people say. Actually,
Please sponsor us, Welcome Break. Thank you.
and you got to tell them that Worship the Sacrifice want to know.
Right. I'll make sure that's in my notes for the next time. I will ask every band that I interview going forward. When I get about 10 or so, I'll just clip it all together and release it on YouTube or TikTok, something.
That'd be brilliant.
Future focus. We want Welcome Break to host a gig. Like we want to play it.
Exactly.
Yeah, please sponsor us if they're here. Right?
Funny you should say that. We tried that with Lurpak.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so at Get Heavy Fest, our mate Omi, who was like the announcer who announced all the bands, who's also my podcast host for War Inside My Head, plug. Yes. So he bought a tub of Lurpak with him, and it wasn't like the small. It was like the big fucking £10, tub of Lurpak with him, and it basically he got the entire audience to shout "fuck you, Lurpak." Because it cost, basically, we're saying it cost £10 for a tub of Lurpak, when yet we put Get Heavy Fest on for £9. So we try to stitch that to see if we could get sponsored by Norpak. We'll send that to Norpak, which is like the Aldi version of Lurpak.
Oh, God.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Let's send it to Aldi. Yeah, look, We say fuck you,
That would be a
Lurpak.
hell of a sponsor. to get.
would you sponsor Get Heavy Fest under no pack? But who knows? They'll probably just tell her to fuck off. To be fair, but still,
Hey, I mean, if
might,
you
but they
could
might
get
not,
like,
but-
if you could get like a European, like a massive European like grocery chain to like sponsor an event, that's like.
he says he's going to bring it next year as well. So the Lurpak. I don't know if it's going to be the same too. It was so warm. I would hate to have opened it. I can imagine just butter or
just like just greased up.
Someone in the chat said the middle of a little fest.
Middle of little. I like that. The middle of little.
So
Sounds so
got a two questions. First from Enslaved Angel. What's the most unexpected influence for you guys for music? As in an influence that someone would have never guessed by listening to your music.
Interesting because I think I mentioned earlier, like I like things to start the way they end, kind of like a timing, like a beginning and the end of a story. So it puts a cap on it. So when you listen to a track, it can kind of loop as well. So it gets you encourage more to listen to. So I think the biggest and strange influence is actually a lot of pop music, because I think it does, especially when you get like hooks in there and you get how structures are made out, like verse, bridge, verse, chorus type thing. We do borrow quite heavily from that sometimes, and I do think there is a very succinct way. I think I made a joke earlier saying we've not done a song over 5 minutes because I personally like things to be catchy, like things get caught in people's heads type thing. So I think personally, from the writing standpoint that I've done, is there is a lot of pop elements in there, and like old school, like from the 80s. I love my soul music. I love used to live in like Heart 106.2 when I was in London, but like all the soul music and all the classics like Lionel Richie. So there's a lot of that actually probably gets thrown in there as well, like old school Black Sabbath from the 70s as well. I listen to a lot, and so there's a lot of different things in there that you could probably pull out easily.
Nice one. Anyone else?
I think my my lyrical style tends to come from a lot of sort of I guess like rap and new metal sort of background. I personally listen to a lot of first wave ska because every time I listen to it, I just feel like I've been transported to an island in the sun. It's really
Ever tried death metal scatting?
Death metal ska.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
that would be so. How would that work?
Worship the sacrifice. Go on.
With trumpets,
You,
mate.
you could set a new trend here.
That could be quite fun.
So you've created it now. This is now watch this space.
Worship the scarifice.
There you go.
God, death. Okay. All right, we'll bring it to just for you, Steve. All right.
The schizophrenic death metal.
Let's see where we're. Two more questions. So, we've got one more from Jogo. If you want to take your band to the next level, you need to start buying eyewear at the gas stations. Bad sunglasses equal good band.
All right, we'll get some sunglasses then.
It's done. We're gonna stop off and buy some the funky. We talking Elton John style here, like the funkiest sunglasses we can get.
Well, he mentioned this last night about sunglasses and gas stations. So, as you guys are regular fans of service stations, have you bought many sunglasses at a service station?
Clearly not enough. So that is our challenge now going forward.
Well, I need these glasses to see, so putting sunglasses on top of them, it just doesn't really work.
Yeah, and
It's a
last time he
glasses sandwich.
didn't wear the glasses. He almost fell off the stage, so he does need those glasses to see.
He's
Fair
as
enough.
blind as I am, I tell
and final from Grimdor, what would your dream gig be like? What bands would you want to have on the card, etc.?
Ooh. Oh,
I'll go straight away on this one. For me, it'd be Arch Enemy, Chimera, Strapping Young Lad. Anything with Devi, MetalHammer, and Chimera in, I would die for. And Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, definitely. Lamb of God. Oh gosh, I don't know. What other bands do I want to play with? I've always just had Lamb of God in my mind. Cannibal Corpse would be amazing.
Oh,
That would be insane.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Actually, yeah, let's play with Cannibal Corpse, guys.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
Anyone knows them?
Yeah, hook us up, people. Come on.
Why do we do all the work here? Come on.
Excellent.
It's everyone's dream, not just ours. Okay, it's team effort. Let's go.
Jono, anyone?
Like a dream lineup in terms of just what would work with worship, or just generally?
Yeah,
The
just
autism's a full whack.
whatever's whatever tickles your fancy, mate.
Shit. Dream lineup.
You mentioned Nile earlier on.
Yeah, Nile would be good. Nile, Cal Decap, Dying Fetus would be quite nice. Fucking Morbid Angel.
Ooh, bad.
I mean, yeah, we're just kind of sticking to death metal.
How about
death metal theme? Igor would be a.
We'll go classic, and
Igor would be
and
fun.
true legends in our genre, Venom.
Yeah, Venom. Yeah, and, Newcastle theme.
Hey! Venom are legends, man.
They are. They are. Yeah, they're all right. They're having a bit of a weird bit at the moment, given one of them's dead, and they've kind of gone off as two different things, haven't they?
Yeah, because you've got Venom and then Venom Inc. Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing stuff.
And it's now rumored that the Venom Inc. drummer, Jermaine Klein, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but it's now rumored he's in Slipknot. He's the new drummer of Slipknot. That's rumored, so who knows?
Fuck knows. I think it's just going to be just different person each time for each thing. Who the fuck knows? Like,
yeah, it's.
I don't know how they're running their business now. It seems a bit shady.
Yeah, I'm with you.
In terms of Slipknot.
Slipknot's the all-time favorite, and even I'm going to agree with that for you.
Yeah, I do have a love for them, but yeah, new stuff, I don't know. It's like there's an essence of what they used to have, but it's I don't know. It's never going to be the same without Paul and Joey.
Of course,
guys, you know.
Of course, but unfortunately, those guys aren't coming back.
Yeah, no, there's no Dragon Balls. There's no like way to like.
There's not
the dead, but like you know.
There's not, unfortunately. Not yet. Not yet.
At this point, but you know, weirder shit has happened before. So
true. This is true. But lads, that's it. We've come to an end for tonight. I want to say thank you very much. It has been an absolute laugh as always.
No, it's been
episode. Oh, don't say that, mate. You just make me ego gone massive. Thank you, though. I appreciate you being here and taking the time for because, like I say, I know you have got busy schedule with writing 12 songs and your new album and a new EP on top of that as well. So I appreciate us, taking the time and hanging out with us, talking some shit. Episode 17's in the bag.
Hey,
yeah, definitely. So thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to doing this again at some point.
Definitely. I would more than happy have you here.
17, 18, 19, 20.
maybe like a 25th like anniversary, like a 25th like episode anniversary type of thing. Well, I know I have got like kind of an idea of. Well, on the 2nd of December, we're doing a 1K stream, like 1K. Like I've reached 1K on Twitch, so we're doing a 12 12-hour stream on Saturday, the 2nd of December, and I believe you want to hear it here for the first time. I believe Case from Halberd, Steve from Wargrave, and James from Fracture Point are all going to join on live. I'm probably going to get cancelled with them three.
Oh god, yeah, I just
the
need.
worst combination.
Oh god, yeah, just.
Alcohol's encouraged. Yeah. We've reached 1K. Thanks. Goodbye. See you later. This is not happening again. But yeah, those are going to be.
Yeah.
So maybe for like a 25th episode anniversary sort of thing, we'll try and bring some faces back from previous interviews. So hopefully down the line, if you're free and interested, I thought that'd be a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hit us up, let us know. We'll be
Sweet.
good.
Well, if you've not got anything planned after this, I'm going to be hanging around for another hour and a half at least, playing some tracks. Maybe some more Worship the Sacrifice, if you just want to hang around. Unless you've got, of course, things to do, I totally understand.
Pretty easy. Yeah.
If you want to hang around. Yeah. So I'm going to take a quick 10-minute break for anyone who's watching live, and hang around. We'll be back and playing some tunes for you. So this has been Worship the Sacrifice. Steve, Jono, and Laz. Thank you very much, Laz.
No, thank you.
And we will see you all really soon. Take care.
Take it easy.